Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice flexibility practice. We're going to focus on our shoulders and our backs. You're going to need just a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. So let's begin today in just a nice comfy seat, and you can actually place your hands on your knees. And we're just going to warm up through the spine and the shoulders a little bit here. So I want you to take a nice big inhale and just start to lift your chest. Maybe even lift the chin, pull the shoulders back a little bit. And with the exhale, just start to round through the spine, bringing the shoulders forward, tucking the chin. Inhale, lift the chest, pull the shoulders back. With that exhale, round it out. Give that tummy a little squeeze in. And one more big breath in, lifting the chest, maybe the chin. And then exhale as you round it out. Nice, you guys. Use an inhale. Just come back to a nice long spine. Your hands could stay on your knees for a moment, but take another breath in and lengthen through the spine. With the exhale, you can start to turn your chest over towards the right side for a nice gentle twist. And maybe your hands move to the floor in front of you. And behind you, take another inhale to sit a little taller. And exhale, hold your twist. With the inhale, you can slowly start to turn your chest back to face the front. Exhale over to the other side. Use those fingertips on the floor. Push down, help lengthen through the spine. Breathe. One more inhale. Hold the twist as you exhale, and using an inhale to bring your chest back to face the front. Awesome, you guys. If you want to add in a shoulder roll, roll the shoulders up and back and down, and you can start to move onto your hands and knees into tabletop. So spreading the fingers nice and wide, bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. We're going to warm up the spine a little bit more. Taking an inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, maybe lifting the chin. As you exhale, rounding out through the spine, squeeze the tummy in, tuck your chin. Inhale as you drop your belly again, lift the chest, maybe the chin. Exhale as you round it out, give a nice push into those palms. Nice, you guys. One more breath here. Inhale, dropping the belly. And an exhale as you round. With an inhale, slowly come back to just a nice neutral spine. We're going to keep our hips stacking over top of our knees and just walk our arms out in front. So you can either be on your fingertips or you can be on your palms. But we're going to take an inhale here. And then use the exhale just to start to let the chest drop down towards your mat. And you might keep your forearms lifted. You might not. And using an inhale, you're just going to lift your chest back up. As you exhale, melt it down. Breathe, soften the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, melt it down into your puppy dog. And maybe bring the palms down. Maybe the forearms. Maybe your nose touches, or your chin, or your forehead. Just soften through the shoulders. Keep your hips nice and high. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale, slowly start to lift the chest back up. And you can walk your hands in underneath your shoulders. We're going to send our left leg out behind us. If you need a couple shoulder rolls or little wiggles, take them. But send your left leg out and then walk it over towards the left side. See if you can point your toes straight forwards. We're going to keep our hips high again, but we're going to add in a shoulder opener here. So you can place your left arm out in front or your left hand out in front. Slide the right arm underneath the chest. And you might come straight down on that right shoulder, even resting the head. Or you might add a little bit more of a twist to this through the back, reaching for your left foot. Maybe you can even grab onto your left foot with your right hand. But keep dropping the shoulder. Keep resting the head. Nice, you guys. If you want a little extra, these left fingertips, they might start to walk behind your head a little bit more, just to open up through the chest. Give a little bit more into the back, even into the shoulder. A little bit of a twist. Nice, you guys. Using an inhale, we're going to start to make our way back up, planting the hands first, and then you can walk that left leg back in behind you and bring the knee in into your tabletop. And then the right leg is going to start to come out behind you first, and then you can walk it over towards the right side. Maybe pointing your toes forwards a little more than you might think, keeping the hips high, reaching the right arm out in front just a bit, sliding the left arm under the chest, and trying to melt that shoulder down, relaxing the head. And you might be coming just straight down here, or you might add a little extra by trying to walk that left hand towards the foot, dropping it down again, keeping the hips high. And maybe the fingertips start to walk behind the head a little more. Just a little push into those right fingertips if you're trying to open up the chest, and twist a little bit more. Awesome, you guys. Let's use an inhale and slowly, gracefully lift on up. Bringing that right leg behind you first, and then sliding the knee in for your tabletop. And maybe you need a couple little shoulder rolls or to rock the hips a little bit side to side. But we're going to start to cross the ankles, have a seat, and you can actually keep the knees bent, but just bring them out nice and wide. Maybe mat width apart, maybe even wider. We're going to be tucking our elbows in between the knees. You might be resting your hands on your shoulders, letting the head be heavy. Or you might actually bring the top of your hand to your oblique, your side, and then tuck the elbow in. Getting into the shoulder, of course, or if you want to do both hands at the same time for the full chicken wing pose, you might even feel the love through your upper back. Soften the shoulders though, let your head be heavy. We aren't here too long, and if you're doing one arm at a time, take one more breath and then switch sides. And maybe let your head get a little heavier. Nice job, you guys. Nice and slow. Just let your knees fall out a little wider, so you can bring your elbows out with no trouble at all, and take a couple shoulder rolls if you'd like. If you feel like you need them, hopefully you do. And then you can send your legs out long. So two options here. We're going to come into a forward fold. You can be seated for this forward fold, or you can be laying on your back. So maybe the knees are bent a bit here, taking an inhale to lengthen the spine and an exhale to tip forwards. You might stay seated, or if you do want to play around with a recline forward fold, you can start to lay down. Bring your knees towards your chest. Maybe send the feet up into the air and let the low back lift. And just see if you can find a little bit of a recline forward fold. Whether your knees are bent or your legs are straight, just lifting the low back up a little bit if you're laying down might give you some nice release for that low back. And maybe even the mid-back. Just finding whatever works best for you today. Taking a few breaths in your forward fold, a reclined forward fold. Awesome work, you guys. If you are hugging your knees in towards your chest, your low back is lifted, just slowly start to bring it down. And if you're folding forward from a seated position, use an inhale to bring yourself back up. Your knees can come into your chest whether you're laying down or you are seated, and you can do a couple rocks side to side. And if you are laying down, you might even just roll to the side or rock forwards a little bit, but just make your way into a nice comfy seat. Let's bring our hands back to our knees and take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. With the exhale, turning your chest towards the right side again for your twist. Take another inhale, sit even taller. Exhale as you hold that twist. Using an inhale, turn back to the front. Exhale to the other side. Breathe. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And use an inhale to bring yourself back to face the front. Interlacing your fingertips. Turn your palms to face away from you, around through the upper back. Tuck your chin and use an inhale to sweep your arms up and all the way above the head. Exhale, release. Bring your hands back to your knees or your lap if you'd like a shoulder roll. Take it. Awesome work today, you guys. It was short, it was sweet. I hope that you enjoyed our practice today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.